How's it going, people? Salmon Slabber here, and this is your quest guide for Kenneth's Concerns. So let's get started. Requirements. You need to have completed Slug Menace. You need 46 mining. Item wise, you'll be needing to bring along a pickaxe, preferably rune or higher. And to start this quest, you want to head over to Witch Haven, which is just east of Ardee, and talk to Kenneth. So once you're over here, you'll see this little dungeon sign. In the house directly east of it, you'll find Kenneth. Go ahead and talk to him. Say sure thing, and head into the dungeon just to your west. Directly on the right hand side of this first room, you'll find an opening in the wall. You can go ahead and sneak through there, and there'll be a little agility shortcut right by here you can take. If you don't have the agility level, then it's a straight path all the way around, but it will take you a little bit longer. Carry on through until you see two NPCs standing just outside a doorway. Go ahead and talk to them, and basically they'll just tell you to leave. As soon as you've done that, head back outside. You'll get this little cutscene on your way. Pay no attention to it and carry on. We now need to head back up and talk to Kenneth. So, once you're back topside, go ahead and talk to Kenneth once more. And he'll ask you to talk to his parents. So, as soon as you finish speaking to him, head slightly to your east, just behind the church, and you'll find two NPCs there. Go ahead and talk to Kent and Caroline. And Kent will hand you a note and disappear. Go ahead and read it, and it'll tell you to meet him at the Legends Guild. So, let's head on up there. Easiest way to get the Legends Guild from here is simply head to your north. And eventually you'll hit it. As soon as you're up here, you'll find Kent wandering around near the entrance. Go ahead and talk to him. He'll then tell you to go and check on another resident, so head back down to your south and back into Witch Haven. And this time you want to talk to Kimberly. She's in the northmost house right by here. So go ahead and talk to Kim. Say of course I will. And eventually you'll get a cutscene and villagers will surround the house. So at this point we now need to distract the villagers and trap them inside the church. Simple enough, all you need to do is get within eyeshot of them and they'll start to follow you. So head on outside and collect the 4 NPCs, and they'll all follow you. Once you've got them all, head down to the south and try and trap them all inside the church. Easy enough. Easiest way to do it is head towards his left side so they all kind of stack. Open up the door, head in the church, that should get 3 of them in there. And then head back out to drag the last one in. and simply walk outside the church, close the door, and go back up and talk to Kim. So, once all the villagers are in, head back up, talk to Kim once more. Tell her you've got them secured in the church, and she'll start walking outside. Head on down to Kennith's house and wait for her to appear inside. She does take quite a long time to walk around, so you do have to wait a little bit. Finally, once she's in, go ahead and talk to her. And eventually you'll get another cutscene and the villagers would have escaped. Exactly the same as last time, simply head out, collect them all and trap them in the church. Nice and easy. So once they're all following you, drag them in and lock them inside. And go ahead and talk to Kim once again. Tell her you've got them trapped, and then she'll walk off again. This time you want to head just to the east of the church, and she'll appear inside the fishing shop with Ezekiel. So go and head inside. As soon as she's in there, go ahead and talk to her. And now we have to meet Ezekiel back inside the dungeon. So head on out, head towards the western side and head back down that dungeon opposite of Kenneth's house. Once you're down here, head back through the shortcut, through the agility shortcut if you can, if not, go all the way around. And eventually you'll come back to those two NPCs that wouldn't let you inside last time, except now Ezekiel will be here. And we can now get inside. So once you're here, go ahead and talk to Ezekiel, then try to go in. Once you're in here, you'll appear in this room here. Go ahead and talk to Ezekiel once more, and he'll check the next room. At this point, we now need to sneak past a bunch of villagers to get to the next area. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'll try my best. But luckily enough, we do have video footage, so you can always follow that. So here's the idea. Villagers are going to be looking in certain directions. If you're caught within the sight of them, you get thrown back outside, and you have to retry it again. The easiest way to do it is come down this south side, and you don't want to stand where I am standing right now, as the villager can actually spot you in this position, as you can see there, and you'll get thrown back out. That's all that happens if you get spotted during these parts, so nothing much to worry about. So as soon as these three turn around and start heading east, run all the way down to the south. Stay behind this wall and stay one step away from the edge, right by here. The next move is to head into the first southern groove of the eastern wall, as soon as this dude comes straight to the south and starts looking west. On the eastern side of the wall, you'll be able to prospect a certain part of it. This is where we need to go next. You'll need to prospect and mine this wall. So as soon as these two eastern guards walk south and north, go ahead and prospect and mine the wall. You should have enough time here to get through completely. So go ahead and enter, and you'll appear in this little alleyway. So once you're here, head south, then west. Ignore the door. Go all the way around, and there will be a door on the west side. Go ahead and open that. There's a lever right next to it, which will allow you to do it. As soon as you do, Ezekiel will follow. So once Ezekiel's here, head on all the way back, and this time that door we ignored first time on the east side, head on through there. This time there'll be two people inside. Go ahead and ignore them and talk to Ezekiel again. Same as last time, you'll check the next room view. This room is slightly different compared to the last. You still have the guards, and if you're spotted by them, you'll still get thrown into this starting room. But in order to get past them, we need to mine rubium from the walls without getting spotted. The rubium is the red little spots on the walls. Basically, you need to mine these and put them into the holes in order to heat the room up. Once you've done it 4 times in each of, well, once in each of the holes, you'll knock all of the villagers out and we can get past. There's no easy way to explain how to do this, so my best bet is to recommend watching the video. To start off, you want to mine the ore directly in front of you, head back behind the wall, and then place the rubium inside the closest hole. Once you've done that, you want to head all the way over to the eastern side, bearing in mind to watch the shifts of the miners, making sure not to get spotted. Once you're over this eastern side, mine the northern rock. This will get us our second rubium. Head back behind the wall, and just wait for the miners. Go ahead and use the rubium on this top right hole, and then head back behind the wall. Whilst you're here, you can also grab another rubium. Either way, head over to the western side next to the entrance and hide behind this wall. Wait for them to turn around again and mine one of the rubium from the western wall. And as soon as you've got that, head south. Now this part coming up is the slightly tricky bit. It's this last piece of rubium. You need to get it into the final hole on the south side. To do this, the central miners need to be facing the center wall, and the watcher on the bottom right hand corner needs to be facing either north, south, or at the wall. If you time it right, all of them will be rendered unconscious and we can move on. Again, you'll appear in one of these small box rooms with Ezekiel. Go ahead and talk to him and he'll check the next room. As soon as you've done that, head on through. And it's the same deal again, only this one's slightly more tricky. There's 3 holes on the left side of the room and 1 on the right. To start off with, break the rocks in the center and move on in. Next, you want to take the rubium at the north, paying careful attention to the eastern watcher and the northwest watcher. The northwest will follow the pillar all the way around. The one on the right will either look east or west. So follow the watcher that's going around the pillar and grab all the rubium. Now you're at this point, this is now the hardest part. You want to keep an eye on the eastern watcher next to the door, make sure he's facing east, and then run directly south to the hole and plant it, then run to the center. You should just make it in time. As soon as you've done this, you now want to place the rubium up in the northwest hole, and place the other rubium in the north hole as quickly as possible, and quickly duck behind the cover to your east. Now there's only 1 hole left, You can do these in any order, so if you can't get it to work the same way I'm doing it, feel free to use whichever order you wish. But if you're doing it my way, head back towards the center, and you can now place this southernmost rubium into the vent as soon as these fellas turn around, and that'll knock them all out. And you can move on to the next room. Once you're in this room, you'll find Ezekiel and 2 people mining. Go ahead and talk to Clive, and you'll get a bunch of information. Go ahead and talk to Ezekiel, then head back outside. All the villagers will still be unconscious, so head on back through the west. Head through this little square room, and you'll be back in the alleyway. Oh, forgot this puzzle. Through this one first then. And again through the square room, and you'll be in the alley. As soon as you're in here, head south and around to your west, and exit through this western door. As soon as you go through this door, you'll find Kenneth, except for now he'll be evil. And you'll go on a little temper tantrum. Goddamn baby. So, as soon as you regain control, go ahead and talk to Kimberly. And make sure you pay attention to what she says, as she will tell you where she hid the toy train. It'll be somewhere within Witch Haven. Now, you may have the same one as me, and it may be completely different. This is different for everybody, but it will be inside Witch Haven. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear on your minimap as a red dot, so you do need to go looking around carefully if you missed what she said. You should be able to ask her again, and she should tell you though, if you happen to miss it. Either way, head up into Witch Haven, and it's time to get this toy train. Mine was just outside Ezekiel's shop, and it was on the north side. Just to show you what it looks like, that's it right there. Either way, as soon as you've managed to find that toy train, you want to head back inside the cave, where Kenneth's going on a little tantrum. And all you need to do is simply use the toy train on Kenneth. And that is it. That is quest complete. As soon as you use the toy train on Kenneth, you'll have a nice long cutscene and a bunch of random jibber jabber. You can go ahead and skip through it if you want. Either way, that is it. Congratulations. That is Kenneth's Concerns complete. So, for completing this quest, you gain 1 quest point, 12k mining XP, 5k agility XP, and 2 spins on the Squeal of Fortune. Additionally, you gain access to a repeatable mini-task. Basically, these mini-tasks are for Kimberly's parents. If you talk to them, they'll ask you to fetch various items from the surface. The items include a knife, iron axe, rope, chisel, pot, unlit candle, bucket, leather boots, tinderbox, hammer and spade, For each item you deliver, they'll reward you with 2 coal. You can also sell rubium for a very small amount of cash. Neither of which are really worth doing, but you do need to mine some rubium for one of the RD tasks. So there we go. Congratulations! So that is Kenneth's Concerns done and dusted. This is a requirement for the RD medium tasks, if I remember rightly. So with this done, you should hopefully be able to get your hands on an RD cloak too. So yeah, there we go. Hope you all enjoyed. This was Kenneth's Concerns. I've been Salmon Slapper, and I will catch you all later. Have a good one.